Want candy now?
What is going on, everybody? Nasdorachi coming back at you again today with another episode for Dragon Ball Legends. I hope that you guys did also have a great holiday weekend. We're now moving into Tuesday morning, and we have some exciting news coming for the game. Extremely exciting news. So, for the most part, the game up until now, and this could kind of be a good 200-day review for me because this is my 201 days logging in, I believe. But we have some PvE expansions coming to the game that mark an actual significant source of content for the game. Now, let's see where we're at. Log in, 201. So 201 day review of Legends here. Up until now, the PvP has been kind of rocky. The PvE has been focused on a very slowly updated story and very heavily recycled events that we've had in the game so far. So, the game is still young. I've been very optimistic. It's got a lot of potential, but there have been some issues early on just because the game has no roster, and they've been kind of rushing out some banners to kind of build some type of roster up in the game so that they can move forward and add new stuff like what we're about to check out here to the game. And that's basically how it boils down. The game is just so new. It's kind of like Dokkan. I don't know if any of you guys played it, or if you're not fond of it, so be it. But for that first year that the game was out, it was really struggling and trying to find its way. There wasn't a whole lot of content. There was plenty of banners to summon on, and units constantly evolving and replacing older units. And then by around first anniversary and then into the Rosé and physical Vegito Blue banners is when the game really started to gain thunder and, had some diversity to it. I'll keep my personal opinions on Dokkan out, but just from an unbiased outside perspective, looking at the game, that's kind of how it evolved. And honestly, you guys, the main reason why these games are like that is just because when the game first comes out, there's literally no roster, there's no characters, everything has to be just as weak as possible to form a baseline for the game. Then from there, they have to get the roster before they can really do anything with the game, because we don't have any characters to play with, there's really nothing going on, there's nothing fun to do. At the same token, they can't really rush the roster if they're trying to monetize it, because then that's too expensive, and then they will be getting a lot of complaints like what they're seeing right now. If you go to the Google reviews of the game, which we could make a video entirely out of reviewing reviews for this game, because some of them are hilarious and really stupid. But beyond that, if you look at them, that's still, even if they are stupid and hilarious, it's still a good reflection on what just the general population thinks of the game. And it's very important that we keep them engaged and happy with the game. So, and I'm not saying I'm a whale and, blah, 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 but just as a concurrent and consistent player of the game, I want the more casual players to be happy also, so the game continues to thrive and grow. So outside of that, right now the game is getting a lot of reviews for being very greedy, not very free-to-play friendly. There's no PvE, it just caters to the whales in the PvP, which is somewhat monotonous as well, and there's cheaters and hackers and all that types of fun stuff also that they're addressing slowly. So, finally we're getting to the information here, but what we have is, again, a first major step towards bringing this game into just a more broad spectrum, because we're having an expansion to the PvE content where, very similarly to Dokkan in a way, there's going to be a free sparking unit that you can just completely farm up. Now, we've kind of seen some of this with EX characters in the game and events based around them, but other than the sparking blue Spirit Bomb Goku, who's been in the exchange shop since like the first couple weeks in the game, there hasn't been any completely free-to-play friendly ways of farming up a 7-star unit or a sparking period really at all. So, other than the free Ginyu they gave away, but there was no farm to that, that was just a gift. But this right here, we have an event, Legends Road is coming. Gather medals in this event and exchange them for the event exclusive sparking character Son Goku Youth. And while I'm talking to you about him right now, I'll throw up the video from Twitter, which shows his green card, his super attack, and his ultimate arts technique. His animations are beautiful. He rides on the flying Nimbus. The power pole can deflect yellow cards, somewhat similarly to the blue Pod Frieza, except I believe with this card he takes no damage, and it's actually a feature of a green card. On Frieza, it's just his red card, you know, charges through the blasts, he still takes damage. But in this case, I believe you'll activate the green card, and then you'll have immunity through the burst to rush in and get up close and initiate a combo. That's what it looks like from the video on Twitter. Then, of course, he just has a Kamehameha, but the ultimate arts technique is absolutely beautiful. The way that he jumps off the cloud, shoots the Kamehameha straight down to get the jump boost, and then does the, you know, Dragon Punch straight through Daimo Piccolo, kind of bursting a hole in him. Just a very good reference to the anime manga itself. It's very, very awesome. So I'm super excited that we're finally getting a way to farm. Now, for the PvE side of this, the way that I imagine it happening in my head is you can see in the picture up near the top right here, I can't really click on it, but up in the top right there, you see the bronze, silver, and gold medals. So I would assume maybe that for farming the Goku from maybe 1 to 3 stars, you'll need to farm the bronze medals, which will be an easy difficulty. For maybe stars 4 through 5, you'll need to farm the silver medals, which will be a medium difficulty. And then for the 6th and 7th star, you have to play on a much harder, hopefully a really hard difficulty, to get the gold medals for that 6th and 7th star. So that's kind of how I picture it happening in my head. It may be different. That's just kind of, you know, what makes sense to me. But we'll have to wait and see. It does say the majority of the foes in the event will be the purple element. We don't know if the kid Goku will be purple or not. I'm assuming he might be if we're fighting against him in this event. But it tells you to prepare a strong yellow team because the characters you're fighting against will have special abilities and they will greatly reduce damage from any non-yellow characters. So it's kind of like Super Battle Road almost, or the Easy A's from Dokkan as well, where you have to kind of bring a specific team or element, and any other effects from any others outside of that will just be greatly reduced effectiveness, and they'll probably take additional damage as well. So again, I'm super excited for this, you guys. It means that the game is going to have PvE content for all the people that said it was lacking. It's going to have free-to-play friendly units, because this is just a stepping stone, you guys. Imagine as this continues to be fleshed out, when we'll get powerful units to coincide with banners. You know, any character could theoretically show up here. There's no real restrictions, and that really makes me excited. You know, obviously we'll still be summoning for powerhouse characters, you know, mainline Vegetos and Gogetas and Gotenks, stuff like that. But they very well may show up here in some capacity as well, where there's a more free-to-play friendly version of the unit, and it may or may not even be weaker or stronger than the ones we pay for. So again, I'm super excited for this development. That's all we have to say. We got to figure out more. The maintenance is happening today for PvP reset later this evening. I think around 10 p.m. my time or 9 p.m. is when that's going to kick in. So for any farming you guys still have to do to guarantee rank for rewards, or just to get to 50 if you haven't already, be sure to do that today. And hopefully we can come back with another video for this right after the maintenance ends. And we don't know, again, I'm assuming the game is going to go down because they're probably also doing the character buffs to Frieza and Cooler and, you know, all those units they were talking about buffing that are underused. I would anticipate that that's happening during this maintenance as well. So hopefully we'll have not only some old units to potentially play with in a new light here after the maintenance, but we'll have this awesome PvE event to farm as well. So all the more reasons to play this game, even if you're not a huge fan of the PvP, or at least grinding it out for hours and hours, there'll be something else to do. So I do believe we've spent enough time there. So you guys, we're going to be jumping into a couple matches of PvP here to see if we can get maybe a couple wins and jump a little higher in the 2900 bracket here. We're going to hopefully get some good fights, but as always, there may be some cuts and edits if we get some stank fights versus bots or anyone that disconnects or just super ultra laggy. I will try and filter those out, so if you see some jump cuts here, that is what it is. Oh, before I actually just jump in, the team that I'm running, which is featuring mostly the 2 brand new units that you can see up in the overlay, up over there. I always point the wrong direction. We're looking at, of course, the Goku Black and the Super Saiyan 3. Unfortunately, I did not pull Majin Vegeta, so we've put in Gogeta in his stead. And the Blue Ku, because there are a lot of red units in the meta right now with Majin Vegeta and Gogeta. He makes a great counter for that. but you got to watch out with him because Bardock is very strong on your Saiyan teams right now. You can kind of check out the equipment I have for everybody. Ki Restore is a huge thing on Super Saiyan 3 Goku because he already has great Ki Restore, so that puts that through the roof for him. Goku Black, of course, does great damage to Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans alike, and purple units also. So both two great units. Let's see if we can feature them in a couple fights here for you guys before we close the video out. That's kind of what I designed this UI for in the first place anyway. I don't know if I said that or not, but yeah. Then we had the news of the PvE event coming out. So again, there might be some cuts and edits. Just bear with me in case there are. Alright, we finally got a first fight versus Charlie NGU. I just had to wait an absurdly long time for this fight to queue up. Like, literally, it took forever. Unfortunately, this guy's level 46. So he's not going to be a top end fight. But you never know. He might still be really good. I doubt he's going to bring that Goku. So let's just go with the top line squad here. And I always like to run it in reverse order there. So let's adjust that a little bit. See if we can do some damage here to Mr. NGU. Thank you for queuing versus me. Getting a fight in here. Alright, cut out the majority of the loading screen here. And we're hopping into battle. Let's see what lineup. Let's see if he started with Dabura first. If he did, we might... No, he did not. We don't have to immediately swap. But he swapped right to Dabura, panic swiped, and then caught me in my panic swipe. We don't have a green, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. And it doesn't look like we got the paralyze off. 15% battery, no bueno. That means we might not have time for as many fights as I had hoped, you guys. And why did Goku Black not switch out? The world may never know. Running Heart Virus Goku, that's an interesting choice. We got the teleport off fast enough that he couldn't react. And of course this guy is lagging. Oh man. Alright, Goku Black should be doing some phenomenal damage to our hybrid friends here. Let's sub him out. This guy is not too familiar with blast canceling. And we'll keep the sub out train going here. Are we charging up? No, we're lagging. Great, we're lagging. Oh my goodness. This laggy guy. Guess we'll go with green here and see what happens. Thank God. It's always nice when you can beat out a little bit of lag by countering someone's rising rush. I'm still not sure exactly what's happening here. This game is so laggy. But we have enough to take care. Is he gonna swap? He's not. So bye Dabura. Rising rush ended. Is he just gonna sit here, literally? Oh my god. This is a great fight, y'all. Great feature fight here. Amazing. But now he wants to try and do something. He just sat there with Goten. Thank you for providing me with quality content. He's good enough to wait for the baits, but he doesn't really have too many options here. I'm paralyzed. And he forfeited. Well, just so that my points look consistent throughout the video, I'm going to keep this one in here, but that was not a very good show. I do apologize. But let's hope we get the second match going a little better here. I know, Lord knows I made a couple mistakes in that match, so it wasn't really a good show on my part. I had a couple panic swipes in there, but you know, you never know if people are going to insta-react. We kind of have to feel that out the first couple of exchanges and then see what kind of play style the other person has, whether they're one to immediately respond or whether they wait for the panic swipe. We got a level 50 here, a little bit lower score than us. BJ. Alright, no innuendos intended. Definitely bringing Black for his anti-hybrid properties. He's probably going to know that, so he's going to bring the red trunks. And then let's just bring purple here in case he brings something different. We'll feature the 2 new units. We might not have the perfect counter here, but we might end up getting lucky on our guess there. So good luck to you, BJ. Hopefully we get a good fight here. This will be round 2 of our little mini PvP feature here. hopefully you guys are excited for the expansion to the PvE content as well. Alright, he waited out my panic swipe, but he waited a little too long there. Let's see if we can get a win there. We did. I always like to wait for the second swing around on that. Yeah, this guy's kind of laggy too. Always want to wait for the second swing around on that little bar there. Sometimes I catch the first one really accurately, but wow, the lag, dude. Holy crap. Holy balls in the booty. Alright, well, Goten's done. Of course he comes out with Gohan here when I just switched out of black, but that's okay. This Goku can absorb some damage. There's no red units on here like I originally anticipated. We got him with the bait out of the blast cancel there, and we didn't fall for his bait there. Hopefully he doesn't have enough ki to respond, which he doesn't. Get in a few swipes here, a little sidestep action just in case we get something good. We don't. Come out of this tapping here, and we can switch back to black now at this point. Hopefully he doesn't instantly rising rush us here, which he did, and I didn't have enough time to swap. Let's go green. A lot of people seem to be picking green these days, so maybe we'll luck out, maybe we won't. No, he did the red. He did off damage, so Trunks is best for yellow cards, and he went with combo that did the most damage in hand. Still okay, we're alright here. I should have picked a card there, because we'll have our Rising Rush, and we'll have it ready for the last character too. Got him there. Actually, we might just use it here, so that we get rid of the disadvantage to our Super Saiyan 3. Don't pick yellow. Good. A lot of people expect with this blue coup that you're going to pick blue because his main ability gives one. So it's good to not pick blue if you're using blue coup for your Rising Rush. Even when he's on your team, things can get a little suspect. Oh, I was waiting for him to panic swipe there, but he didn't. So he's going to Ultimate Arts me. We still have our Ultimate Arts left, and ours has a 25% chance to stun. So hopefully we can lock him in that. Has he vanished yet or not? I do not know. No, he has not. But we can finish him off here now, I believe. That'll be the end of Mr. BJ. Good fight. Good match, sir. Super Saiyan 3 is just so freaking powerful that it's hard to survive a 2-card combo into an Ultimate Arts. Unless you're rocking against a yellow unit. A lot of yellow units can survive, and hopefully you get the feint off in that situation. But Mr. BJ, thank you for that fight. Again, our phone battery is now at 11%. We might be able to squeeze 1 or 2 more matches in, you guys. Hopefully we can get 4, but if we can at least get 3, I'll be happy. And if they all go as smoothly as those first 2, we won't really have to cut too much. It's just that crazy initial load time, but beyond that, it's been fairly smooth. 2 good matches in a row. Oh, level 45 here. Only 4 of his characters have equips. So let's plan around those. Gogeta, just in case he brings 16, and Anti-Janemba. We don't need red. He has no equips on Goku Black, and Goku Black's not 1500. He's close, but he's not quite there. If he brings the Goku Black with no equipment and 1496, he's going to be in for a rough ride. So I'm assuming he's not coming. So I think we've got a good counter team set up here. It's Toshiro. I wish we had a couple more level 50s to play against to show a little bit more top tier gameplay, since we are in the top, 2K, 3K range here. Technically the top 3K, but the number starts with 2, so I like saying that one, alright? It sounds better. And for you guys that have grinded further past this, I commend you. At that point, it's still a little bit about skill, but it's honestly just a huge time investment. A very, very large time investment. So he panic swiped that time. We didn't make the panic swipe, and we were able to blast cancel into... No! I swapped! We're not going to get as much damage there as I had hoped. But we did blast cancel in the teleport, and we managed to not get hit. So let's continue that trend. Do a little bit of extra damage. I'm assuming he's going to swap out, because he's not going to want 16 in play, but he didn't. He did not. He did bring the Goku Black with no equipment Not even fully leveled. He's 4 levels short. So no equipment is really what's going to hurt him there. Alright, let's pick up a Dragon Ball here. There's not any in our hand. He teleported too soon for the blast cancel, but he better swap. He better swap. He didn't get enough key back for all that. I hate when you're tap punching, it won't let you properly vanish out of it when you keep tap punching. And we couldn't swap out of that. Let's go green again. This is a bad matchup right here. He picked everything but green. Thank God. Thank God. We were able to get out of that. Let's immediately swap to Goku Black here. We need to save that Super Saiyan 3 for our good buddy 16. And at least his Rising Rush is done for. How did he beat us out of that with his little tap punch? Well, you have no teleports now, my friend. And this is exactly what we wanted to do right here. Pick blue. We got what we needed out of Super Saiyan 3 Goku. If all else fails, we got this with his last little bit of help. We kept him useful. And we dispatch 16. If we can, we're going to immediately get him out of the field and see if we can save him for another pro play with the Ultimate Arts combo. But he is so low health. We can't swap him out, and we're in a bad matchup right here. But we did pull that off, and I think it might kill Goku Black. It might kill him. He has not very much health. It's not going to do as much damage as you think, but whew, it's going to be close. It's going to be real close. Oh, we got the feint off. All right, let's switch into a weakness here. Oh, this is going well, you guys. I'm going kind of quick because phone battery low. All right, let's do some damage here. He doesn't blast cancel this guy. He's a little bit of a lower level. That's okay. Kind of walked right into that one as well. See if we can buff up this blue even a little bit more here. We'll take some hits. We can take some hits from Red Gogeta here. Didn't even bother trying to evade. It's not going to do all but so much to our good pal Bluetooth here. He can hit us with Ultimate Arts technique too if he wants. Oh, he ran out of key, huh? Oh, that's not good, my friend. That is a rush forward skill, and that caught you in a bad spot right there. I apologize for that. And that should close it out. Oh no, so close, but not quite. That'll finish it out right there. Another great match. Good fight. I forgot what your name is. It'll pop up here again in a second. That's 3 in a row, so we pulled the hat trick off so far, but 2 of the opponents were sub-level 50. Again, that doesn't mean that they're less skilled. Maybe they just are waiting for the last day to grind out, but they're playing a little less consistently. So we're 27.99. Let's see if we can get one more fight in before we hit 5%. Well, unfortunately, you guys, my phone gave me low battery warning and kicked me out of whatever I was doing. I wasn't in a match, so I didn't lose any points, thankfully. But I do appreciate you guys, for at least you got to see the 3 fights right there, and they went pretty well. Unfortunately, I guess just the battery didn't hold up, because when the battery hits 5%, the screen dims, I can't really see anything, so I didn't want to go into a 4th match there. But I will be back with another PvP video. Again, I hope you guys do have great luck on any summons you're making on the step up come the PvP reset. If you did get the 1,000 Chrono Crystals for free, hopefully you guys have been having good luck on that. Your daily summons, any Masters Pack ticket summons you do, I do wish you great luck. I will be keeping you guys updated with the specifics of this free-to-play PvE sparking Kid Goku farm. Hopefully we can have a lot of fun with that, and that'll set us up for repeating content in the future also. So if you enjoyed this video with updates about the news and the event, if you're on social media, you probably saw it already, but in case you didn't and you enjoyed seeing it here from me, toss me a thumbs up. It helps spread it out on YouTube, helps more people see it, and I certainly appreciate you guys for helping me out. If you're new around here, I'd love to see you again on future videos, so consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell to notify you every time I put something out. Usually I try and get a video out every other day, every 2 days or so. but I will be getting, hopefully soon here, a new computer, and that'll help speed up my render times and everything, so I can be a little bit more consistent. And with events coming out like this, that'll help out as well, because the more content in the game, the more stuff that you can hear me talk about for probably a little bit too long. One last little thing I wanted to throw in there. If you guys saw the background on my phone and you're interested in stuff like this, I actually made this myself. You can check it out completely for free. You do not have to pay for a cent. It is this 3D hologram backgrounds app. You can find it on the Android store. Unfortunately, I don't think it exists for iPhone, so that is pretty sad, but I have made quite a few designs here, and as you see, they are all the parallax. They are very battery friendly. They do not drain your battery out because it's basically just images sliding over them, and I believe that every single one that I've made is free. Again, you going and downloading these, there's no way to follow me, there's no way to pay me for any of these or anything. It's just for fun. They're completely for free for you guys and for whoever finds me on the app. This is one of my favorites right here, the hole in Vegeta with the little perspective through the hole there as you tilt your phone. But yeah, these guys, I've made all these. If you search Nasdorachi in the 3D hologram wallpapers app, you will find all of my creations, and there's tons of free ones from other people as well. So if you want to spice up your phone a little bit, I just figured, you know, since it was in the background there, since the game kind of died on me, that I would kind of show it off and give people, because probably someone might ask. So yeah, 3D hologram wallpapers app. Again, unfortunately, I do believe it's for Android only. Oh, it looks like the app developers designated that one a premium. They should pay me for that. I don't get any money for that. If it's a premium, that means it's not free, but I have no control over that, and unfortunately, I don't get any kickback from it. It's just something fun that I do. If you guys have any requests for any wallpapers you'd like, in the comments, you know, maybe I can get to it. I'm kind of busy. But, you know, I like ideas and inspiration. Give me something fun to do. I like that astronaut one I made, too. I was very proud of that one. But, yeah, you guys. So, Boba Fett looks amazing also. Really, really liked him. But, yep, these are all ones that I've made, you guys. Ignore Thanos' elbow missing. When it's on the screen, it doesn't actually crop. Well, it does crop that part out so you don't see it. But, all ones that I've made here, you guys. A lot of Dragon Ball ones. There you can see that Perfect Cell one that I made. That's the background on my phone right now. And that's the bottom of the list. But again, I don't make any money off that. It's just something fun I do. It doesn't really help me out at all. But if you want to support me, I guess, in some kind of strange way, and you want a cool background for your phone, well, they reposted that 10 days ago. That's cool. It's got a lot more downloads now. 1,200. Alright, cool. And Fortnite. Of course, Fortnite has a lot of downloads. But you guys feel free to checking that out if you feel up to it. They're kind of cool. Again, they do kind of just move with the phone, but they're not actually animated, so they don't waste your battery. I've wasted enough of you guys' time, but I just wanted to explain that little tidbit there as well. You guys have a great week, and I'll catch you later very soon, hopefully with some new fresh updates. But we'll see you later, y'all. Peace out.